Dark streets blur past the window. Headlights cut through thick fog like knives. Rain taps against the windshield in a steady rhythm. Soft, repetitive, almost like a warning. Inside the car, everything glows faintly. GPS screen flickers, rerouting. A thermal delivery bag sits in the seat next to you, holding someone's late-night craving. It's just a delivery. That's what drivers tell themselves. Over and over. It's just a delivery. Late-night food orders have become the norm. With gig apps, people can get anything at any hour. Burgers at midnight. Ice cream at 2 a.m. Even full meals delivered to the most unexpected places. Some addresses are strange. Some instructions even stranger. Use the back gate. Don't ring the bell. Leave it on the porch. No lights. Most of the time, it's nothing. Just tired people and weird habits. But once in a while, a delivery feels different. Like something is watching, waiting, and some nights stay with the driver. Because something about them was wrong. And deep down, they know they were lucky to walk away. The stories you're about to hear are real. Shared by drivers who needed to speak. Not for attention, but because they couldn't carry them alone anymore. So if you're listening right now, keep your doors locked. Check the rearview mirror. And remember, not every customer is human. Not every address wants to be found. And not every delivery ends with you going home. Story 1. The basement apartment that shouldn't exist. Target word count, 1100. Tone, gradual unease, isolation, horror, panic. Setting, quiet suburban neighborhood. 2 a.m. Street lights flicker. Everything's too still. Act 1, arrival. Narrator starts in the car, reflecting on how quiet this part of town always is. It's never busy, especially not this late. App pings with a new order. Short drive. Good payout. Customer note attached. Use the back entrance. Basement door. Please don't ring the bell. Driver gets there. Address doesn't match map exactly. Front lights are off. The lawn looks unkempt. Walks around the back. Dim porch light flickers over narrow basement stairs. Something about the air feels heavier. Act 2, the descent. Steps creak on the way down. It's too quiet, no crickets, no wind. Before they knock, the basement door opens. A man stands there. Too thin, sunken eyes, smiles without blinking. He thanks them for coming. I've been waiting. Come in, I need to grab exact change. Driver hesitates. Something smells off mildew, metal. Interior is outdated. 1970s wallpaper. Yellowed light. There's a low humming sound, like old pipes or a generator. Act 3, the trap. Door shuts behind them loudly. Driver checks phone. No bars. The man walks into another room, behind a heavy curtain. His voice echoes weirdly. Be right out. Make yourself comfortable. Room has old furniture, photos on walls of people with scratched out faces. A few days later, the officer calls back. Says there is no basement apartment at that address. That part of the house was destroyed in a fire 6 years ago. There's no tenant matching the name on the order. When the driver checks their delivery history, the order is gone, like it never happened. Ending line, creepy echo. Next time they drive down that street, they don't look at the house. But sometimes, they still smell that same moldy air, even with the windows rolled up. Story 2. The man who never tipped. Target word count, 1100. Tone, repetitive unease, slow realization, psychological horror. Setting, upscale downtown high-rise, around midnight. Too quiet, too clean. Act 1, a familiar name. The night has been uneventful. The driver scrolls through orders. One pops up with a name they recognize instantly. He's a regular. Orders the same meal every time. Leaves long instructions but never tips. Ever. This time, the app glitches. The order flashes, cancelled. Then reappears. Instructions have changed. Meet me at the elevator. That's new. He's never asked for anything but doorstep delivery before. Against better judgment, the driver accepts. It's not far. Just odd. Act 2, the building. The building is beautiful luxury glass tower. Polished lobby. But it's empty. No concierge. No security. No sound. Even the front doors seem to open too slowly. The elevator dings before they even press a button, like it knew. They step in alone. Press the floor number listed in the app. The elevator rises, then keeps going. Past the labeled floors. Into numbers the building shouldn't have. Finally, it stops. Doors open to a hallway that feels wrong. The carpeting is worn and dusty. Wall sconces flicker faintly. There's a faint buzz, not mechanical, almost insect-like. Act 3, the encounter. At the end of the hall, a man stands still. His head is tilted slightly. One hand outstretched, waiting for the bag. He says nothing. As the driver approaches, something feels off. The man looks familiar but drained. His skin pale, eyes dull. The driver hands him the bag. Suddenly, the man grips their wrist, tight, icy fingers. Leans in close, whispers almost regretfully, "I didn't tip last time." The driver yanks their hand back, heart pounding. The man stays still, just staring. Act 4, unraveling. The driver bolts back to the elevator, presses the button. Again. Takes forever to arrive. In the polished metal doors, they catch a reflection. The man is standing right behind them. They spin around, but the hallway is empty. Finally, the elevator opens. They rush in. As it descends, they pull out their phone to report the incident. But the app has logged them out. Once outside, they sit in the car, breathing hard. Aftermath/final reveal. The next day, they try to contact support. No record of that delivery. No receipt. Curious, they dig deeper. Find an article online. The man's name. Photo of the same hallway. Headline: Local man found dead in apartment. Body discovered after neighbors complained of smell. Date: 3 weeks ago. They deleted his account. The unit was sealed. And yet, that order came in last night. Final twist. Weeks pass. Driver avoids that area entirely. Then one night, 12:03 a.m., the phone buzzes. App notification. Same name. Same order. Same address. Instructions: meet me at the elevator. Closing beat. The screen stays lit for a long time. And outside, the city is quiet again. Too quiet. Story 3. The address that kept changing. Target word count: 1100. Tone: surreal, creeping dread, supernatural horror. Setting: edge of a rural town. Early morning hours, 3 to 4 a.m. Long empty roads. Fog. Radio static. Act 1, the shift. The driver takes one last order for the night. Good payout. Long-distance rural drop-off. But the app starts rerouting as they drive. First a small turn. Then a full detour. The route seems endless, winding through unfamiliar roads. GPS freezes, reboots, then shows a different location again. They realize they've passed the same gas station twice, even though it's miles apart on the map. The roads loop as if dragging them toward a single place. Finally, they reach a rundown house, sitting at the edge of a wooded field. The address number looks hand-painted. One of the digits is backward. Despite the rerouting, the app confirms, "You've arrived." Act 2, the customer. The porch light flickers. Wind chimes rattle even though there's no wind. A woman opens the door. Pale, barefoot, dressed in a thin nightgown. "Is it still warm?" she asks, staring at the bag. Then softly, "You brought it again. You always do." Her voice is distant, detached. She invites them to take something in return, holds out either a key or an envelope. "You'll need this next time," she says. Driver hesitates, declines the item. She nods slowly. "You said that last time too." Act 3, time loop reveal. Driver turns around to leave, but the driveway leads back to the same gravel path. And back to the same house. It's daylight now or dusk. The sky seems wrong. As they pull up again, they see a figure on the porch, holding a bag. It's them. Same jacket. Same delivery. Same hesitation. Another version of themselves steps out of the house. This one looks exhausted. Older. Approaches the car window and knocks. Says only, "Don't take anything from her. Don't go inside again. Then disappears into the woods. The app reloads. Repeat delivery. No option to cancel. Act 4, breaking the cycle. Panic rising. The driver throws the delivery bag into a ditch. Tries driving in reverse. Doesn't work. GPS locks again. In desperation, they shut the car off and close their eyes. Suddenly they wake up in the driver's seat. Engine off. Phone in lap. App notification glowing. Final delivery, no backing out. Same order. Same customer. Same location. They hurl the phone out the window and drive off-road until they hit the highway. Delete all gig apps. Never drive that far again. Some nights, though, they still hear the wind chimes. Still see an envelope in their dreams. And sometimes, when they pass a house with no number, the GPS lights up again. The night always feels different when you're behind the wheel. When the streets are empty. When you're the only one awake, or at least you think you are. For delivery drivers, it's just a job. Pick up. Drop off. Move on. But when the world sleeps, some doors open that should stay closed. And not every customer is what they seem. Gig work brings you face to face with people and places most never encounter. Dim hallways. Flickering porch lights. A smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes. An address that shouldn't exist. A delivery that shouldn't have been possible. Most nights, it's just food. Just another stop. Just another few dollars. But every once in a while, a delivery doesn't just change your route. It changes you. Because late-night hunger doesn't always come from a living place. And not every delivery ends with a 5-star rating. So next time you're scrolling through an app at 3 a.m., half asleep, about to order something small, ask yourself, who's bringing it? And more importantly, what are you inviting in? Fade out to a quiet ding. The sound of a new order coming in. Then the soft, steady hum of a car idling in the dark.